After 3.5 years and 256 videos, my dream has finally come true. Because today we have a visit of a student who has actually seen my videos before coming here to Taiwan. Camille.
Yeah, hi everyone. I am a French Canadian. I'm from the province of Quebec.
We don't really know that much about you because you're not a YouTuber.
I'm not.
And you just came here to Taiwan.
Yeah, I arrived here approximately 2 months ago, and 2 weeks were in quarantine, so.
Got a scholarship to come here and study Chinese at Shida.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, exactly.
The one and only.
I had already started to study Mandarin when I was in Canada, and it was with a current teacher at Shida.
I know a few fellow Canadians here in Taiwan. They don't really seem that interested in study in general. So I'm a little confused that you were already determined, you said like in high school, you already decided to learn Mandarin.
Yes. I think it's because my main objective in general has always been to better understand the world. And I feel like with languages, this is the way to go, in the sense that you can talk to people, you can consume media and information from these different places too. Normally
when I talk to new foreigners here in Taiwan, I always ask them, like, did you know anything about Taiwan before you came here? I don't think I met any foreigner who knows so much about Taiwan.
And I still know so
do.
little. I still feel like I know so little.
But yeah, I guess I would just still have to ask you the question, like, what did you know about Taiwan before coming here?
Well, I was an international studies, international development student. I was interested in politics, so I was already aware of the socio-political situation that Taiwan is in. And I was genuinely, and I still am genuinely interested in understanding more about Taiwan's democratization processes, the impact of civil society. So I had the chance to explore these topics academically, like at school.
Just to put this in perspective, literally 3 days before coming to Taiwan, I did not know Taiwan was an island. That's like the comparison we're making right here.
But then I also got very interested into Taiwan more culturally. So what really got me into studying Mandarin even more was when I started to listen to music that was Taiwanese, with like Taiwanese artists, listening to Taiwanese movies. 刻在我心底的名字. Yeah, it's actually a very popular movie. Like the song from that movie won Song of the Year. It just really helped me, in a sense, understand better at least some of the social context or even like social expectations that we see often that are portrayed in media. I was exposed to them through consuming media from Taiwan.
I only know like Tian Mi Mi.
Okay.
That's like, I don't know, 40, 50 years old by now. People just make fun of me when I say that that's the only song that I know.
Wow.
So I'm definitely not the right person for this. But if any one of you watching have any, should we say, easy Chinese songs to learn as a first step?
Yeah, definitely. Like some songs that are not too difficult for a foreigner to learn. And also just basic recommendations to add to my playlist. Taiwan has such an amazing music scene when it comes to these artists. I've discovered so many that I enjoy listening to so much and that are now part of my day-to-day playlist.
Speaking about consuming media from Taiwan, did you happen to watch any YouTube videos before coming to Taiwan?
So many. So many. Because also, we were in quarantine.
The quarantine in Canada,
in Canada,
not the Taiwan.
Yeah, exactly. So I started way before my quarantine in Taiwan. It really helped me to see past the pandemic. So I started watching YouTube videos about foreigners in Taiwan, and also because the way that you speak is often with a vocabulary that is sometimes a little bit more simple when you do speak Mandarin. It's like the level was just so high.
That's a very diplomatic way of saying that my Chinese is not that
advanced.
No.
It's that's not what I'm saying.
It's the same too. Like a lot of Taiwanese people, like when I speak English, they're like, "Oh, I love to watch Lukas videos because he speaks English so slow." like, thank you, I guess. You know, is that a compliment? I'm not so sure.
I think the first YouTuber I watched was Wes Davies. I think.
so many
I
people
believe-
start watching Wes Davies and then they
Yeah.
find my channel.
Maybe the
through him.
algorithm helped though, because I'm Canadian. And then there was you and Yen, Prazi, Alan.
My friends are gonna be so pissed if you just miss one. Now,
I
you
know, I'm kind of nervous
Yeah.
to like forget someone
Okay.
right now.
Okay, continue.
Who? Layers of Jen, a healthy balance. Cole.
Cole Fogel.
Cole Fogel, Xiaofei, Logan.
It's like I even start to lose track.
Yeah.
Now, and then like they're all my friends.
It was just really interesting also to hear all these different stories of people with so many different backgrounds and how their life is here to a place that I already felt like I had a very deep interest for.
I just have to explain a little bit too, because I started making this YouTube channel like almost 4 years ago, because when I was an exchange student and when I was studying at Sida, I didn't really have anyone to show me all the beauty of Taiwan, and the whole purpose of my entire channel is just to show people like you what you should do when you're here in Taiwan.
很多人问我，我为什么在台湾拍 YouTube 影片，但是完全没有人问我，我为了谁拍 YouTube 影片。我为了想来台湾的旅客开始介绍美丽的台湾，我为了来台湾的交换学生开始介绍美丽的台湾，我为了20岁的卢卡斯开始介绍美丽的台湾。
I don't want to say that I just picked you up from the street, but it was pretty much
That's
how
pretty
it
much what
was.
happened.
Like, me and Vadim, after recording the previous video that I made with him, we just went out to have dinner. We just like sat there, and then like she came up to me in the restaurant and is like, "You're Lucas, right? I know you from your YouTube channel."
I mean, very, very big guy. And then I saw your face because, of course, the masks were off because we're in restaurants. So I was like, oh, that actually is Lucas.
So thank you for not only coming here to Taiwan, but also for like recognizing me, and honestly, you made my YouTube dream come true.
Really?
Like this is the moment I have been waiting for.
Well, I'm really happy to
for
be
4
able
years.
to do
So
that.
I'm super excited that you're here, and
I'm really excited too.
it really makes me honored that you're watching my videos and all of our videos before coming here to Taiwan.
That is really nice. I feel like I'm just doing like full circle. I know that Taiwan is geographically small, but I didn't really expect to like bump into you in a restaurant in Taipei.
I haven't moved that far from Shida though.
That's
During
helping
these
quite a
10 years,
bit.
I moved like 500 meters down the street. So
Yeah, that is true. That is.
But I do have to ask then, there's no other foreigner I talked to who has been more prepared than you have after coming here to Taiwan. Is it as you expected, or have there still been any like, because a lot of foreigners have been like, I'm happy that I didn't know that much, so I got to experience it myself. Do you feel like our videos have like spoiled you from that experience, or are there still like new things that like, oh, I cannot believe no one made a YouTube video about that single thing?
It's actually a worry that I had at some point. I was like, what if I gathered like too much information and now there's not gonna be any surprise? But I think you never truly understand something as long as you have not experienced it. There's also a difference between knowing something and understanding it. So even if I knew, or I felt like I knew a lot of things before coming here, I didn't necessarily understand them all. So once you arrive here and you actually do everything by yourself for the first time, then it really allows you to understand. So I was expecting, let's say, to have to be careful when I cross the streets.
You know when you see like a cave of bats and the bats are all flying around like and it looks like madness, right? But the bats never hit each other, right? Yes. But then if you threw a pigeon in there, like a British pigeon into that cave, the pigeon would cause murder, it'd cause havoc, and all the bats would hit the pigeon. So that's what I feel like. I feel like I'm a pigeon in a bat cave.
But then I got to experience it. A lot of it comes down also to the interaction that I have with Taiwanese people in general. This is not something that videos can necessarily prepare you, because your interaction with other people is very personal to you and the person that you're meeting. And I had heard about Taiwanese people being just so welcoming and generous, but when I experienced it here for the first time, I just felt so genuinely touched, even if in a sense I was expecting it because everyone says it. I just felt really, really touched by it. Like at some point I was coming back from a hike, raining really, really hard, and I had given up on the idea of being dry. So I was waiting at a crosswalk, and there's this 64 years old Taiwanese lady with an umbrella, and I didn't have mine because I was already all wet, so it didn't really change much. But she just stays there, she looks at me, and then she just like comes closer and she shares her umbrella with me. I was just so touched. Like that never happened to me before, or something like that. And then she just put like she just like started like protecting my hair a little bit. She was like, "Don't catch a cold." And I was not expecting this. That surprised me in a sense, like how welcome I would feel. Like I knew that I would be welcomed, but to really feel it made it become really real.
I also know that you personally have an interest in music, but then also food.
Mm-hmm.
Where are we in the Taiwanese food world right now? If you started watching Wes Davies, you should know more about Taiwanese food than me at this point. What have you had so far, and what has been your favorite?
Oh, geez. I love the simplicity of danbing. So when I had my first danbing, I was like, oh, that's the Taiwanese food I was waiting for.
What is on your Taiwan bucket list?
The first thing closest to us is I would like to do the Taipei Grand Trail. So it's a 92 kilometers walk that is separated into 7 sections. And I did like sections of section 4 and 5.
Taiwan expert already.
Hiking is my favorite sport, so I did research a little bit.
Wow,
like,
well,
what could
Taiwan
be done.
is the right place for you then.
Yeah, exactly. That was also a motivation, to be honest. So
Have you been up to Teapot Mountain yet?
No, but it's something I definitely would like to do. Yeah,
Good.
yeah,
At least you know about Teapot Mountain.
Yeah.
I'll be very disappointed if you did not know about it.
No, I definitely would like to go there. If I can stay here long enough and actually train for it, I would like to go to Yushan Mountain as well. But I would need to stay more for 6 months for that, which I definitely hope I will be able to do. So I would love to do a Huandao by bike. If I had like all the time in the world, ideally I would like to do it walking, because then I feel like you can really take in all the experience.
It's so weird. Like you've only been here for 2 months.
Yeah.
And you know so much. You know.
I don't know.
I know people who have been here in Taiwan for like 10 years and wouldn't even know like Yushan,
Really?
you know, or like Teapot Mountain.
Yeah, but you just have to like type hike in Taiwan and Yushan is like up there.
Literally at the top. Literally at the
Yeah,
top.
exactly. Like in all the sense of the term.
When it comes to your daily life here so far, differences between life in Taiwan and your before COVID life in Quebec, if you can remember those days.
Once upon a time. I think one very big difference is when you learn a language, especially here, you get to practice it as soon as you step foot outside. You go to the streets and you can see, whereas if whether or not your language abilities have improved. After maybe like 2 weeks here, we had learned the vocabulary about being able to take public transportations and things like that. So suddenly, after like 1-2 hours class, you step outside and you can read the boards. So being able to make links so easily between what you learn and the concrete world has been so easy here.
You just graduated.
Yeah.
Congratulations, by the
Thank
way.
you so much.
So you literally have like, you know, now is where your life begins.
Yeah.
But what's the future plan? Are you like planning on staying here in Taiwan long term, or just here for a few months and then heading back?
Learning Mandarin so far is really the next objective, to eventually be able to either work in Canada but for, let's say, immigration or like foreign services with populations, like with Mandarin speaking populations. And I would like to do potentially a research either in or on Taiwan with a topic that could be related to democratization here and then social movements and how they affected democratization processes here in Taiwan.
I just want to stay here and make like entertaining videos. Like, I feel like I have no plans in my life right now.
But that's okay. Like I don't have a plan. I just have different possibilities. Yeah. So I'm not completely clueless, but I don't have this one path that I know I need to follow.
Sounds very Canadian to me. Like not completely clueless, but also no idea what's going on.
I have to admit, I am proud that insofar I have not asked you to repeat the question.
Yeah, to be fair though, I didn't really start this interview having high expectations, knowing that you're a fellow Canadian. So like I have learned to put the bar a little bit lower when it comes to the fellow Canadians.
Oh, I see.
I personally, and I think I speak for those people watching as well, that we do hope that you will still be here in Taiwan 1 year from now. Hopefully you will be atop of Yushan. Or any other amazing adventures here in Taiwan.
I'd love that.
Maybe, who knows, we might be able to make some more scooter adventures.
I would love that.
If you will have the time for that. And of course, if that is something that you want to see, please do remember to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell so you get notified when hopefully we will be able to go out on some more scooter adventures. Not really sure if I will join the Yushan adventures, but I will definitely see if we cannot make more videos and actually go out and explore Taiwan together. Thank you all so much for watching. My name is Lukas. Starts with L as in like, ends with S as in subscribe. Please do both, and see you all in the next one.